Moving on, the future of Afghanistan seems to be trapped in uncertainty. While the intra-Afghan talks in Qatari capital of Doha are still underway and have so far failed to make any significant progress, the US administration is preparing for a hasty troop withdrawal from the war-torn nation. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan also visited Afghanistan. The step is being seen as a way to change the world's outlook towards Pakistan, as the country has long been held responsible for supporting the Taliban in Afghanistan.
On one side, Pakistan is pretending to play a crucial role in US-Taliban deal aimed at bringing peace in the war-torn nation. On the other, it is consistently providing direct military and intelligence aid to Taliban to create unrest in Afghanistan. Instead of changing its dubious strategies, it is trying really hard to change the world's outlook towards it. Recently, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan held talks with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in Kabul and vowed to do everything to reduce violence in Afghanistan. However, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani indirectly hit out at Imran Khan for harboring the Taliban and said that Pakistan must be able to articulate its own words.
Mr. Prime Minister, you come with a series of very important messages that you yourself will articulate, but fundamental to this is that violence is not an answer. A comprehensive political settlement for an enduring peace within the framework of our values, our constitution in the Islamic Republic is the way to the future.
Imran Khan's visit comes days after the United States announced the reduction of thousands of US military personnel from Afghanistan by mid-January, as President Donald Trump, who is facing the end of his time in power, is pushing to accelerate the withdrawal procedure. Acting US Defense Secretary Christopher Miller confirmed that the US will sharply reduce the number of US forces in Afghanistan, stopping short of a full withdrawal from America's longest war.
In light of these tremendous sacrifices, and with great humility and gratitude to those who came before us, I am formally announcing that we will implement President Trump's orders to continue our repositioning of forces from those two countries. By January 15th, 2001, I clearly am thinking of where this started in 2001. By January 15th, 2021, our forces, their size in Afghanistan, will be 2,500 troops. Our force size in Iraq will also be 2,500 by that same date. This is consistent with our established plans and strategic objectives, supported by the American people, and does not equate to a change in U.S. policy or objectives.
Analysts say that the hasty troop withdrawal from Afghanistan could plunge the war-wracked country deeper into violence. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg issued a stark warning that any premature withdrawal from Afghanistan could be dangerous. Trump's decision has also drawn criticism from some high-ranking Republicans and US military officials who have been urging Trump to keep US troops level at around 4,500 for now.
I think it's extremely important here in the next couple of months not to have any earth-shaking changes with regard to defense and foreign policy. I think a precipitous drawdown in either Afghanistan or Iraq would be a mistake. I've so said publicly yesterday, and I hope that's precisely where these discussions end up.
There is a growing fear that the premature troop withdrawal could further embolden the Taliban and weaken the already fragile peace talks. Under a February deal between the United States and the Taliban, the remaining US forces were to leave Afghanistan by May 2021 if the militants met certain conditions. However, several key US demands still remain unmet, including the Taliban's commitment to break ties with Al-Qaeda. Meanwhile, there has been a surge in violence, with the Taliban continuing to carry out attacks targeting government leaders, security forces and civilians.